Hello everyone, this is from MySpeedHub YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe now. We want to increase as many subscribers as possible, and we want to ensure that our video contents information will be helpful not only to you but also to your contacts as well. So after you watch this video, please cascade this information or share this video to as many contacts as possible from your end. Today I've selected a topic on project management that have 5 phases. This project management actually will be very much useful in your current careers or in your next career. If you're already in a project management organization, you may understand what I'm going to share shortly, and also you may also improve how you can run things to a better way. So project management is actually a methodology that is being used in most of the organization, not only IT but also in manufacturing industry, banking line, and etc. In many industries, they are now practicing this project management methodology because the way it actually transformed from the traditional way of doing things to manage things in a better way with a good organization of planning things, and how you actually plan from perspective on the financial part or from the resources part, from the other resources like materials that being used in the organization, as well as from the timeline perspective. So much benefit you will gain from this project management methodology. So let's get started. Overall phases in project management, there are 5, which is from the phase 1. It is called as project initiation, so that will be the start of the project management, and then you will move on to the next phase of the project management, which is called as the project planning. So you will start organizing things and in a sequential manner or in a parallel manner, based on the timeline that you have, and then slowly you will move on to the next phase, phase 3, which is called as project execution. Basically you will be implementing whatever that have been planned in your project management planning. And also the next phase is the phase 4, which is called as the project monitoring and controlling. Basically you will monitor to ensure the plans are executed well, and you will also control so that there's no issue or minimal issues or risk arise along the way. And slowly you will move on to the next phase, which is the phase 5 of project management, project closing. So project closing, basically you will close the project officially with some information collected from everyone, and as well as the approval from the customers. So I'm going to go in detail on each of these phases so that you will understand better how to start the project management process in your organization, whether it is IT projects or any other process improvement projects or continuous improvement that you want to set up. You can actually follow these project management phases in order for you to organize or plan things well according to the availability of your resources and the availability of the timeline that you have, and etc. The phase 1 is called as the project initiation. So what happened in the project initiation? Basically you will start to kickstart the project. So basically what will happen is that you will define the project goals and objective of your projects. So whatever that you want to do, you will have to understand what is the objective of your project that you're going to start, and then you need to prepare a business case why you want to do that particular project, how does it benefit the business, and you have to provide some kind of justification. Basically this is important documentation for your project sponsor, because basically the project sponsor will provide you the budget that is required for you to run the project successfully. So that's why the business case has to be justified, why you need to conduct that particular project, and then you will get the approval, and then you will start on with creating the project charter. Basically, in the project charter, you will have the high level scope, what is the objective of your project, what is the high level risk, as well as the high level budget and etc. And other information regarding the projects, so you can actually define that into the project charter clearly. And then you will start identifying all the stakeholders that will be playing the roles in your project, whether it's directly or indirectly. And once you already define the stakeholder, you will start appointing the project team. So the project team can be a combination of members from many departments from your organization, depending on the roles that they're going to play for conducting or performing that project that you're initiating. And also defining the high level risk or assumption or constraint. Basically, in the next level, you will go into more detailed level of planning. But before that, in the initiation phase, you need to have, or you need to define some kind of high level risk or assumption or constraint that you already know. Okay, so this is actually what will be covered in the project initiation. All right, the next phase, phase two, is called as the project planning. In the project planning, basically you will define the scope, meaning to say what is your scope that you will have to deliver in your project. So you define or list down all the scope, as well as you have to take note what is out of scope from your project, so that every of your stakeholders are clear enough and they won't demand anything that is not beyond your control um, along the way during the project. So you have to clearly indicate what is in scope and out scope, and then you will create project plan. Now project plan, there are many tools that you can use. For example, the Smartsheet, Trello, Monday.com, and etc. There's many project management tool that can be used, as simple as the Microsoft Project Plan as well, that can be used to identify all the tasks involved, the timeline for each task, and also the work breakdown structure. So you can come up with a work breakdown structure is basically the high level of works that will be implemented for this project, and then you will drill down to more detailed level of activities. And then once you already know what are the activities, what are the timeline involved, and how long is the total duration, and you will also calculate the budget or cost involved for each of your materials purchase, or your employees hours that you're going to use. So you set the cost, and then you will come up with the setting the baseline. So once you have the baseline, you have to conduct this project or perform this project based on the baseline. So anything goes outside this baseline, that is something that beyond your control, and you have to discuss with your stakeholder or project management steering committee board, okay, how you can actually proceed. For example, sometimes along the project implementation, that could be something that unknown risk could happen that will actually impact the cost of the project, which will go outside of the baseline, that you need to discuss with project sponsor. So as a project manager or project coordinator, you need to ensure that it is all happen within the baseline that you have set. And then you will start defining the roles and responsibility. That means when you have the clear activities with the timeline, and you will start as having the resources or the roles and responsibilities that will be actually play the roles for your project management. And once you are clear with the overall plan, timeline, the cost and scope, and then you can actually start the kickoff meeting with all your stakeholders. So basically, these are the steps covered during the project planning. The third phase is called project execution. Basically, you will manage project resources because during the planning, you already have a clear roles and responsibility, the activities that need to be conducted and within the timeline set. Now, in the project execution, you need to ensure that you manage the project resources, meaning you ensure the project resources implementing those plans into action, and then also they will start building the products. So you need to ensure that whatever products are being delivered according to the plan, and along the way they may discover some issues. So all you need to do is you need to log those issues or unknown risk, log into the issue log. They call it as issue log or risk log. So you have to actually log it and come up with a remediation for or workaround for the particular issues. All right. So, and although you discover the risk during the project planning, but sometimes you will discover the unknown risk along the project management. Yeah, along the project execution, you will also may discover the new risk, which you may need to lock it into the risk log as well, and also plan the mitigation plan, the right mitigation strategy. Okay, so this is all about project execution. In the fourth phase, they call it as project monitoring and controlling. Basically, this project monitoring and controlling doesn't happen in that particular phase, but then it happens throughout the phases of the project management. Meaning the monitor and controlling, it happens in every phases. You need to ensure that the tracking is properly done. For example, the projects is being implemented according to the baseline that have been set, and to ensure that it doesn't go beyond the stricter constraints. For example, it doesn't impact the scope, it doesn't impact the cost, the time, and the quality that you have actually set during the project planning. So you need to ensure that the project is being tracked and within the baseline that has been set during the project planning. All right, and then you monitor along the way the project progress to ensure the issues are being mitigated, or the risk is being mitigated, any new risks. So you start monitoring, and also ensure the adherence to the plan. Whatever plan that has been planned during the project planning, you need to ensure during the project execution it is being done according to the plan, and it does not go outside of the plan, right? And then the lastly is you have to prevent from any risk as much as possible. Whatever the risks that have been identified during the project planning, you need to monitor if the risk is happening. If it is happen, you need to apply the mitigation plan, whether you want to accept the risk, or you want to avoid the risk, or you want to mitigate the risk, or transfer the risk to a third party organization, or third party department, and etc. So that's how you actually monitor the risk. All right, and this is all about the project monitoring and controlling. The fifth phase of project closure is about closing the project. You need to ensure you review the overall project deliverables, ensure that it's according to the requirement that have been given by the users, whether the product or services that you have actually created or deliver is according to the plan that has been set. And then if you're satisfied with the product or services, and you hand over the deliverables to the users, and you will obtain or receive acceptance or approval from the users before you can actually close the project. So approval from users are very much important. And then you also need to document lesson learned throughout the project management, of course, you will discover what are the things or which are the areas that can be improved, to conduct or to perform in a better way. So you have to document that lesson learned, or also anything that has been done well. You may also record it so that it can be referred for future project, whether from your side or from any other members from your organization. So basically, this is what covered during the project closure. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope our information on this 369 manifestation helps you in some way in getting your manifestation to work. And please subscribe to our channel, My Speed Hub. If you want to purchase any of our courses, please visit to our online learning platform, myspeedhub.com. Thank you very much. See you again in my next video. Bye for now.